Hi guys, I am going to make another gluten-free dish. This is creamy garlic Tuscan shrimp, and I'm melting the butter right now. And in that we will have garlic, onion, sun-dried tomatoes, half and half, fresh Parmesan cheese, Italian herbs, parsley, and in here is cornstarch. So that we don't have to use the flour and it can be gluten-free. So I have all my ingredients together, spinach and my shrimpies. Now I did double the shrimp according to the recipe. I will list the recipe below and the link to where I got it. I got it offline. But I'm making it with Spetzel, and I'm cheating. I'm not making fresh Spetzel, and it's such a shame because I know how to make it, and I've made it with my grandmother, but I am going to try in a couple weeks to make make a gluten-free Spetzel. So we're going to put the garlic in. Get that cooking till it's fragrant, it says. This should just be a minute. And then we're going to add the shrimp. So this is going a little brown, so I'm going to go ahead and put those shrimp in. I'm going to reserve part of this. No, I'm not. I'm just going to throw it in. Change my mind. So we want to get these pink. I'm going to use a bigger pan. I'm going to turn this down a little bit so they don't burn. So I'm going to list, again, the recipe, the full recipe, and all the measurements below, and the link to where I got the recipe from. And you could certainly replace the Spetzel for any of your gluten-free pasta of choice. I like to use brown rice pasta instead of all that gluten-free stuff they advertise, because I think it just holds up better. And but I don't have any of that tonight, so I'm just going to be having the shrimp, and the kids will have this. That's all. So I'm going to do the rest of this in snapshots, put a slideshow in between, and I'm going to see you at the end. Okay, so they're almost all pink. We still have a couple that have a little bit of gray to them. So if you've never made shrimp before, you really want to make sure that they are the pinky peachy color. And you don't want to overcook them. So this is something you really need to watch. I've been trying to stick them babies down the end here. They still have a little gray to them. But most of them are done, and they're curly. I use the extra biggest jumbo shrimp that I can get because they shrink a lot, and I love shrimp. So I get mine from a meat delivery that comes to my house. They have really good product, and they don't have preservative in it, so I don't have to worry about having a reaction to any of the preservatives. So they're almost ready to go. Shrimpies, it smells so good. Okay, so I think all the beauties are done. I don't see any more gray anywhere. FYI, the original recipe calls for white wine, which is coming up in one of the next couple of steps. However, I don't have any, but I am going to enjoy a glass of wine. These I got, look at these little crabs. Aren't they cute? This was hand painted. Me and my friend Michelle went to a craft show down on the Canal Street down here in New Smyrna, and I bought these, and put them in front of my microwave so you can see. Isn't that pretty? That is the Ponce lighthouse. Ponce Inlet. And little seagulls, and they're so pretty. So, Mama loves her wine. And I love pretty glasses. Alright, so moving on, we are going to move the shrimp over into a clean dish, and then we're going to put the onions in. And we're going to fry that up a little bit, start to add our seasonings and our milk, and let that reduce down. And then we'll be ready to add the shrimp back. Okay? This would definitely be so much easier if I had somebody to video it for me. Alright, so we're scooping out the shrimp. I'm using a draining spoon. That's what I call it. I don't know if there's a technical word for it. I'm going to put them aside in a bowl. And then we're going to toss the onion in here with the remaining butter, garlic seasoning. Actually, I have to appreciate cooking shows or people that have people to help them do this professionally. Not that girl. Sorry, guys. Okay. Onion going in. So I did not take the tails off of my shrimp. I'm kind of thinking I should have. My dog's hear something. You know what? I heard a loud thud outside, and I think I'm going to go check that out. We'll check back. Make sure my kitties are alive. Okay, so it was the kids playing basketball. Very loud in the house. Alright, so I added the sun-dried tomatoes. I bet if I would have had wine, white wine to put in here, I don't know if it would taste good with red wine, so I'm not going to chance it because it's an expensive dish. It would take all this crusty stuff off and I could have it as flavoring, but oh well. And I'm thinking I should have cut up these sun-dried tomatoes maybe in half at least. But they are what they are. Next is, so that was like 1 to 2 minutes in there. We're going to put the half and half in and let that come to a simmer. And after that, we need to season with some salt. Salt and pepper to taste. Not doing much salt. Okay. Once it simmers up, we're going to put in the spinach. I'll wait till the heat gets a little hotter. This is smelling so good. I really wish we could have smell-o-vision. Look at them. Alright, I'm going to be back because it's going to take a few minutes. Okay, so this is simmering up pretty good. I don't know if you can see it. My oven light doesn't, my stove light doesn't work anymore. So next on the recipe, I hope this isn't boring going back and forth, I'm sure it is. Add the spinach leaves. So we have 3 cups of spinach leaves. So we are going to drop those in there. 1, 2. My one son is going to bark about the spinach leaves. 3. And these are for Buster. He can have the rest. So we're going to wait till these wilt down. Sorry about the phone ringing in the background. It is after 6 and it is call night from the schools. They'll call and leave a message about something going on. So I made the mistake of putting both of my phone numbers on there. So not only am I getting it on my cell phone, I get them on the house phone. So, oh well, what are you going to do? Which, I have to do an update. Ow! Oh, that just flicked at me and burned my leg. I have to do an update on the kids. I know the last I posted a couple months ago. Oh boy, we've been going through some stuff. And it's been an experience. It's still an experience. But I think it's worth sharing so that if anybody else runs into the same issues. And I have a whole new take now on... I'm going to save it. I'll save it for the next video. It's going to be a long video after a glass of wine. But it'll be a good one. Alright, so what do we got going on next here? Because we're cooking, not talking about kids. Spinach leaves are in there. And we're going to add the Parmesan. Oh, red uniform shirt for something. I'll have to listen to that later. So we're going to let that melt. Okay. Now, it's saying to add the cornstarch half and half mixture, which it did not say ahead of time to put it in the half and half, which is something I did not do. I don't have luck putting cornstarch in something that's hot, so I am going to have to pour a little more half and half in here. Maybe I can do it in here and mix that. I don't know, it gets lumpy or stuck or something, and it just isn't right. Fork. Oh, that's why I can't find stuff, because my kids put the dishes away. They tried. So I want to mix it in something cold, and then once it's liquidy, then it tends to mix so much better. So my apologies, it did not say that ahead of time. And then that cornstarch and half is what's going to thicken this sauce up. So I will have to edit that or make note. That's just my personal preference. The person who created this recipe probably works for them. I don't know. Doesn't work for me. Okay, and we will put our herbs in. So here's our parsley and a lonely piece of spinach that fell in my bowl. And this is the Italian herbs. Stir that. I wish you could smell this. Oh my goodness. You know why I have to cook for my little channel here is because I know there's other people that like or need to be gluten-free. And two, on the norm, my hubby would not. First of all, he doesn't eat seafood. And my kids won't eat half the stuff that I like to eat. Alright, I'm going to turn this down a little. I'm going to let it simmer for a couple of minutes because the dried herbs need to puff up a little. And then I'm going to toss the shrimp back in. And then I got to put my water on to boil for the spetzel. I will probably just take a snapshot at the end and show you what it looks like plated. So I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, so next two videos are coming up. The update on the kid issue and gluten-free spetzel. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that will work. Alright guys, I hope you enjoy. If you try it, let me know. Put the comments below and like, share, subscribe. Bye. Hello, I'm back. So this is the spetzel that's done. And I certainly hope it tastes good. Does not look like my homemade spetzel. However, so I probably added about, let's see, 4 tablespoons of butter to it, just so that it's not sticky. I had to read what I put in here. So that is it, and I will next take a picture and plate it.